Hello children, we have been studying about chapter number 6, that is lines and angles of standard 9. Now we are near the end of the chapter. We have been using exterior angle theorem and angle sum theorem in the given exercise. Let us use it and try to solve more examples. Here question number 5 is, you have been given a figure and they tell you that PQ is perpendicular to PS. Moreover, PQ is parallel to SR also. Few measures of angles are given. They are angle SQR, that is 28, and angle QRT as 65 degrees. We are told to find out the values of X and Y. So let us go on finding the values one by one. Here we are told that PQ and SR, they are parallel. So let us consider the transversal QR. In that case, angle PQR and angle QRT, they will be alternate interior angles, and because the lines are parallel, these alternate interior angles will be equal. This is what is known as alternate interior angle theorem. So let us use it and get the value of X. So here we start with the solution. The lines are parallel and we have considered QR as the transversal. So PQR, QRT are equal, and hence we can equate the value, that is X plus 28 equal to 68, which helps us to get the value of X, that is 37. Now we have to focus on Y. Before we proceed to get Y, we have another transversal. We are considering PQSR as the parallel lines, and now we are concentrating on QS as the transversal. In that case, angle X and angle QSR, they are alternate interior angles, and we can use alternate interior angle theorem once again, and as we have calculated the value of X, we will say that this angle is also equal to 37 degrees. So we can say that angle QSR, it is equal to 37 degrees by using alternate interior angle theorem. Now this is the figure once again shown to you. Here we are told that PQ is perpendicular to PS, that is given in the question. Moreover, PQ and SR, they are parallel to each other. So we can say that angle PSR will also be equal to 90 degrees. This is true because PS is a transversal and angle P and angle S, they are co-interior angles. We know that the sum of the co-interior angles, that is 180 degree. One is 90, the other also will be equal to 90 degrees. So with this, we come to the conclusion that angle PSR is equal to 90 degrees. So this is what we have written here. So we have used co-interior angles theorem and we have calculated the value of angle PSR to be equal to 90 degrees. Now, out of angle PSR, which is divided into two parts, that is angle PSQ and QSR, one angle is already known to us. So we can easily find out the value of the other angle, that is Y. So Y plus angle QSR is equal to 90 degrees. Therefore, we can get the value of Y to be 53 degrees because we have already found out the value of angle QSR. With this, we'll move to the next question. So the next question is, Question 6. So this is the given figure. Here you are told that the side QR of triangle PQR is produced to meet at point S. So you have a triangle PQR and one of the side is extended and we have got the point S on it. Now the bisectors of the angle PQR, now in the question we are told that if the bisectors of angle PQR and PRS meet at a point T. Now here QT is the bisector of angle PQR and RT is the bisector of angle PRS. So we have two bisectors and both the bisectors meet at a point T. So I read the question, the second part once again. If the bisectors of angle PQR and angle PRS meet at the point T, then prove that angle QTR is equal to half of angle QPR. So let's proceed with the solution. Here we have the figure once again. Now we have considered angle PQT and TQR to be equal to X and angle PRT and angle TRS to be equal to Y. This is because we have the angle bisectors. So this is X, this is X, this is Y and this is also Y. So we have XX, YY. This is the representation only for our convenience. Now in triangle PQR, angle QPR plus angle PQR is equal to angle PRS. Now PRS is the exterior angle, so it is equal to the sum of the opposite interior angles. As angle PRS is the exterior angle, we have written the statement of exterior angle theorem. Now angle QPR, let it be as it is, but if I think of angle PQR, it is divided into X and X that we have already represented. So I can write it 2X in that place. So angle QPR is noted as it is. Angle PQR, as we have written it as X and X, so it has become 2X. Similarly, if I talk about angle PRS, it's written as Y and Y, so it has become 2Y. So we have a new statement that reads as angle QPR plus 2X equal to 2Y. Here we can transpose 2X on the other side and we can take 2 common. So the first statement is angle QPR, which is equal to 2 times Y minus X. Here we have used exterior angle theorem in triangle PQR. Now we are going to use the same theorem in triangle TQR. So if I talk about angle TQR and I use the exterior angle theorem, we'll get a statement that is angle QTR plus angle TQR equal to angle TRS. Now let us again write these things in form of X and Y. So angle QTR remains as it is. Angle TQR is X and angle TRS, it is represented as Y. So that substitution is now done. Next is transposing X to the other side. we get the statement number 2. Now we are going to substitute statement number 2, which is y minus x, as angle QTR in statement number 1. So if I substitute y minus x as angle QTR, my new statement becomes angle QPR equal to 2 times angle QTR. So this is what is now written. We can transpose 2 on the other side and we get the statement as angle QTR equal to half of angle QPR, and we are told to find this only. This is how we got the solution. So we have been using so many properties, theorems which we have studied about lines and angles. So we already know that lines and angles are integral part of geometry. We must study all these things thoroughly. With a good note, I bid bye to you now. We'll be meeting in the next videos with other topics. Goodbye till then. Keep learning.